now at the mention of it, that we may offer every glory unto thee, that we may offer you every adoration and adulation, because there is none like thee. You fight our battles for us. Every blessed day you demonstrate through your kindness and your everlasting mercy that you are our Lord, our God, and our Creator. This evening we offer these your children unto thee all over this very planet that you created. They are listening across the entire 24 time zones on this very planet where they inhabit. They are listening to your gospel this very evening, this gospel of redemption, a gospel of hope, a gospel of restoration, a gospel of renewal, this very gospel of freedom, this very gospel of emancipation as only you ordained. That this very gospel must be preached, that mankind may be set free from the eternal damnation of the creation of the British. My goodness me, I want to remain in the spirit, because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have spilled, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, O Lord of hosts, to have mercy upon us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we remain every blessed day whiter than white and whiter than snow. Is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses, to enable us to fulfill your own word which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist. You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain, because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isoko. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy, because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all this we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. He said.
The land of the rising sun. Freedom is so what we need. From every corner of the street, we're crying out, freedom. stand up now. Unite together, we cry out. My Biafra people, stand up now. Freedom is all we want. Freedom is all we need. Freedom we deserve. Victory is ours. Freedom is all we want. Freedom is all we need. Freedom we deserve. Victory is ours.
Listen, in this world, everybody got freedom of expression and worship. A Christian mother head was cut off. Buhari's majority did talk. Mr. Buhari's above law. It is a big court. Nobody go talk. As Biafrans, we are standing for our freedom and self-determination. Nigerian government, they are shooting us, killing us, arresting us, pushing us. One Nigeria. Biafra Nigeria governance, protecting their political careers. They are criminals, murderers. They can't stop us. Never.
Freedom we deserve. Freedom we deserve. Freedom we deserve. Victory is ours.
Them put division, confusion among us. What is South, Southeast? That is nonsense. We are busy fighting ourselves. They are busy taking what belongs to us. They are busy laughing at us. Why man go to the river? So go enter his eyes. Why? That mumu don't do. Their couple don't fool. Land of the rising sun. We are marching forward. Their flag come. Land of the rising sun.
Freedom is all we want. Freedom is all we need. Freedom we deserve. Victory is ours. Freedom is all we want. Freedom is all we need. Freedom we deserve. Victory is ours.
Yes, once again, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, conscious people, wherever you are all over the world, I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. This is Radio Biafra Extra, and we are streaming live to Radio Biafra London, being anchored by the Deputy Leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra. His name is Mazi from Mefo. He is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State, and Anambra State is Biafra land. He's the man who have assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. He's standing in a deputizing capacity on behalf of our Supreme Leader, Mazi Okukano, the Prince of Afari Beku, the one and the only man who stood up to speak for the collective interests of the Biafran people for almost 6 decades now. He's from Afari Beku. Afari Beku is in Umuahia. Umuahia is in Abia State, and Abia State is Biafra land. And by the special grace of the Creator, I remain George Onyeibe. I am from Abo. Abo is in Delta State, and Delta State is Biafra land. And of course, like as always, we must go ahead to acknowledge the Creator, Chukwu Kika Biama, the one who sits in heaven and presides over the affair of man. But he has actually set our feet upon this path that we must follow. He is the lifting up of our head, a hope, and our stay. And so in my humble way this morning, I say to him, Anye na jage mao, nihina imara mai, ihonanya ine nage ubiomage, ojuru anyanya dadio, inwe gembangwe o di onye dekage, Ibu Alpha and Omega, Anine Nasena Nedemao. And of course, as always, we continue to do what we are meant to do, what we are supposed to do, what we should do, because we know that God will not do for man what man should do for themselves. In few hours from now, we will be, according to the calendar of the colonial masters, it's going to be New Year from this side of the world. And then it's going to start all over again. But then we keep reminding you how we got here. This is one thing we must not forget about. Our case has been misplaced, misinterpreted, because deliberate men and women want it to be that way. But then it is up to us to accept our present predicament in good faith, or to rise up, do something about it, and reject it. But to some, it's okay. Somewhere in heaven, God will settle it. But to us, it's not okay. Because God will settle it here on earth, and in heaven, there will be no need for any case like that. And having said that, we will go to our topic this morning, which is titled, The Process of Dislodgement and the Formula of its Advancement. The process of dislodgement and the formula of its advancement. People do not know that for us to be at this stage in a time like this, it took process. It took time. Not just considering the process that led us to where we are today as a people of Biafra, but we must also be sure we understand the formula through which it is being advanced. They dislodging us, and they are making the formula better. If you do not know that there is a process of dislodgement, if you do not understand what it means to be dislodged, how will you be able to notice the formula with which they are using to dislodge us as a people? If you go back to the history of Nigeria, her encounter with the colonial terrorists, when they were living in the guise of independence, because they are not gone, they are still here, a process was initiated. And that process, nobody could manage it. Only the Biafrans. And that is why even though the Yoruba control the archive record of the people of the zoo called Nigeria, they write it, most of them. You will not know what actually happened. They don't tell you the truth. All the universities that were there at the beginning of the creation of this zoo called Nigeria, all of them, their vice chancellor, were all Biafrans. Every head of civil service, everywhere you can imagine, we're all Biafrans. Is it because we are domineering? No. It is because there was nobody fit to handle those posts. University of Lagos, University of Ibadan, any university in the zoo called Nigeria, go back whether Hausa land or Yoruba land, go back and you will see there is an Igbo man in the head of affair. Not because they were domineering, because there was nobody fit to manage those positions. But now let me remind you that when the people are ready, according to Ahmadu Bello law speech, he said, when I came here, my people were not able to rise up to their responsibility. But as I can see now, they are waking up and they are ready to rise up to their responsibility. And that is what you see today playing out. And when they thought they are ready, the British government have finished recruiting the terrorists, the Boko Haram, the Miati Allah, the Fulani headsmen of which to undermine us as a people. They carried out a process known as dislodgement. They started from the military, wipe out every Biafran trace of military. Any Biafran in the military, Nigeria today, is just a sheep before the slaughter. A sheep before the slaughter. Having successfully dislodged our people from the army, they move ahead to the civil service. Having succeeded, they move ahead to the government's arm sector. And they have succeeded, and now they will not stop at that. They will replace your Igwe with Emir. They've practiced it out in Kwara State, Yoruba land already. They are going to replace your governors very soon if we do nothing about it. And Britain will give them a law that will justify their action. They will replace your parents if care is not taken. But to most of us, you are ignorant and you are naive. And so as a result, you think it's ordinary. And so our people were completely dislodged. But they have a formula of keeping it so, making it remain that way. And that is what is playing out today. There are men and women who fought and died. So Nigeria could be restructured. They never obeyed that agreement. It is called Aburi Accord. Aburi Accord is simply restructure. Aburi Accord was simply restructure. I do not have another definition for what happened between Gowon and Ojukwu that led to the war as a result of not honoring these terms of restructure. Nigeria was handed over to us by the British government, and they got to a stage and they see the need why Nigerian cannot be, because it is not meant to be, not today, not tomorrow, not forever, not in heaven, not in hell. Few men can decide to eat and enjoy and let them pave the street of Britain with gold, but the rest of Nigeria will actually live out in perpetual poverty, in misery, in shame, in disgrace, because that is your fate and your lot the moment you are subscribed to one Nigeria. They have process. Today they have started. The vulture has started gathering again. They want to restructure. Look at Lamido, Sanusi Lamido. Look at Nyan Wodo. Look at Oba of Benin, Yoruba man ruling Benin people. Look at all these idiots around Nigeria. They want to retorture your life. Because each time you hear them shouting retorture or any other thing, they mean something different. They are gathering. They will do a lot of things which our people must be ready in 2020. Because bomber to bomber, we will follow them. We will engage them through the preamble of law. We will make them understand that it is our right to self-determination as well as civil disobedience. But until then, it is important we make you understand the need, the reason why we do what we do today. If you ask our people, why are you into buying and selling? It looks like we have the gift from heaven. Our people were not into buying and selling until we were completely dislodged from the civil service. Somewhere along the line, we have to survive. And today, they have this same formula put in place. But the purpose of history and those who do not know how they function, no matter any promise they make to us, it is too late. Let them build 50 Niger Bridge. Let them give Igbo man president for the rest of our life. For all eternity, it is too late. There is no formula, there is no experiment that have not been carried out in the name of Nigeria. It didn't work. Only thing left is that we have been killed and we have not killed them back. That is the only area we have not explored. And believe me, it will not end this way. We are the one being killed constantly. The only thing remaining, the only prophecy I know that have not been fulfilled is that they will kill us and we will kill them. And so any Biafra who is not yet prepared his mind for a day like that, may the Lord be with you. Of course, we do not call for war. But if everything will stand for, we have to die in order for us to keep it. And then every living thing, as our leader said in the zoo called Nigeria, they will die. And so that from the ashes of this evil empire, a new nation will emerge. And so the next generation of Yoruba breed can have a fair ground to play and live as human, including our conquered people and the Fulani with the mindset of born to rule. And with the saboteurs within Biafra land, good men and women will be able to, we will give their next generation the privilege to live a good life like human being. Nigerian experience will set up many things. It either make African better, the world a better place, or with this issue, we will offset the balance. And so at the end of the day, nobody say, but we are not aware. A lot of people wept bitterly and cried. Ojukwu fought was that he didn't tell the people. Where I come from, where they call Midwestern state, 90% of the people there were not happy because they saw Ojukwu did not tell them. And now since 2012, I know we have been hitting the airwave. The radioactive frequency will bear us witness. Facebook will bear us witness. Instagram, IMO, all of them will bear witness. Heaven and earth will bear witness. And now, all these things you are seeing playing out today, something gave birth to them. Process came in. Let us go back from the beginning. When our land was first invaded, when they came, because since the time the Portuguese, the European, the colonial masters as they call themselves, God knew where they are coming from. From the day they placed their foot on our land, our life never remained the same again. The same way the Yoruba Hausa Fulani placed their leg on our land, our life never remained the same again. Because something plays out that we are not aware of. They could not abide with our rules. They couldn't abide with our rule. When they came, when I mean they, the British, the colonial masters, the Yoruba of one Nigeria, the Hausa Fulani of one Nigeria, when they came to our land, they couldn't abide. Because our rules does not give them, could not let them function. The kind of way we operate our society, evil men are not meant to survive. If you go to Facebook, there are a lot of people who, out of ignorance and stupidity, who do not understand that formula have to be changed in a particular time. Go to the Facebook. Some people who are not part of IPOB are on Facebook. Let Mazi and they cannot come and give us account of self-defense. Every coordinator of IPOB know what happened with self-defense. And so if you are a member of IPOB, your coordinator would have told you. But of course, it is your character to be an idiot that you are. Go and look at all the people they are fighting in the name of indictment of corruption. It is our people. It is our people that will still expose them because there is no relationship with light and darkness. And that is why our leader came up and said, we are whiter than white. If you know what I have done, see it. We don't harbor evil. We say it the way it is. Look at what we have experienced. We are still talking. But they just kill one idiot, according to them. And now they have to kill the next generation for thousands of years. What if we begin to revenge for the death of our people that they have taken? Because one idiot called Ahmadu Bello was killed because of his sin. We say it the way it is. We are warning them now. It looks like we are talking. But this is who we are. We don't cover evil. When Britain do the right thing tomorrow, we praise Britain for the good they have done. And when Britain continue to remain as a vulture, feeding on the carcass of the dead bodies of Africa in the guise of colonial master and territory controller, and then we continue telling the world who they really are, we will see how much Britain citizens will be proud of their country. Creating conducive atmosphere for their children to breed their children, and then killing Africans and playing hero over saving the life of a dog. And so when they came, we can't hide it. We don't hide it. Our land will not allow them to commit evil. The governors and other politicians and monarchs among those who supposedly to be our leader here in Biafra land are not having a feast today because we expose them. Today I am here is because my hands are clean. If I have done anything wrong, by now they would have run me up and down. And that is why every day when I come up here, I dare you as a member of IPOB, having worked with this, you have anything against me, come up with it. And you will understand that our ancestors, our fathers, have a way of living. Evil people cannot survive around us. They can't. And so the Yoruba cannot survive in our land. But what do? They blackmail you. The British could not survive in our land. And they see us as evil for that. Evil for doing good. This was a process. And as a result of that, they moved on. We accommodated them. We didn't chase them away. But the way we function, they can't survive. Because in those days, if you steal, Amadioha will kill you. They studied everything about us, stole the one that they can steal, and then they have to leave. And at that time, they've been able to invade our privacy. They know much about us. They planned us. They reprogrammed us. They left Calabar and headed for Lagos. which was an alternative means to improvise for landing seaport. Not because Calabar was not good enough. Many people do not know that in the whole of this universe, only one piece of land looked like the Garden of Eden description from the Bible. That is Tinapa in Cross River State. Only Tinapa, where Donald Duke was building something, I don't know what, Ugudu Ranch. That is the only piece of land in the world that matches the description of the Garden of Eden in your Bible. That is why almost all of them have to land there. Maybe that was what they were looking for. But having said that, they moved to Lagos, the dirtiest city, according to my leader, in the whole world. That is where they landed. The only place that have river that the color is black, stinking and smelling, and they call it canal. That is where they went to land. Heart of darkness to enable them carry out the evil you see today. But at that moment, they have invaded our privacy. They set up their base in Lagos and in Sokoto, neglecting other cities in this land. It's just a trap. It was to lure us, distract us, draw us out of our land, and rightfully so will fail for them. Though we had seaport in Calabar, we start extending our trade to the west and to the north. Lagos and Sokoto to be precise. We were actually doing something to make our place better. Little did we know that they are dragging us indirectly out of our land. They used us. And one should ask a question. In those era where you were building Lagos, why were they not building Calabar? In those days you were building Sokoto, Kano, Kaduna. Why were they not building Enugu or River State? But we never know it was just a plot to drag us out of our land, create a system that will enable them to emasculate us today. People will not know the first capital of the zoo called Nigeria was Calabar. How did he go to Lagos? When Awusa Fulani came to power, they took it to Abuja, and they are going to tell you, because we want to centralize the Abuja. But it's all lie. The first port they landed, this invader landed, was Calabar. Why is it that only Lagos is functioning? Mary Slessor came through Calabar. Mongo Park came through Landabout. Landa Brother came through Landabout. Every other idiot who came here to discover, all of them landed in Calabar. And now you begin to know why people like Jaja of Opobo, Nana of Ishekiri, Ezeli of Omambara, and the rest of them were executed in Calabar. But today, when you hear the history of Nigeria, you think it all started from Lagos. We know nothing about them, but they lured us out, and as a means of it, they emasculate us without our knowledge. We ignorantly moved into this location for the purpose of trade, and thereby we begin to develop their land, leaving our land undeveloped, because they have created a false sense of unity that gave them the opportunity to perfect their hidden agenda, as you can see today. You all have that belief, we are all one Nigeria. It's our one Nigeria. We have to develop one Nigeria. But I want you to be sincere to yourself and look at what is happening in Nigeria. And then come out and say, yes, Hausa have more population than Igbo. And yes, tell me, Yoruba have more population than Igbo. And then let us carry out the real census and let's tell ourselves the truth. I want you to come out and tell me that they need me more than they need them. I want you to tell me that everything Nigeria have been doing to us today as a people, that they are justified. It doesn't matter your stand. Analyze what is going on in Nigeria and please tell me the truth, that there is need for us to go back to Sharia law as Nigerian citizens. You tell me that yes, our currency is supposed to be Arabian currency, even though British government, this is a British colony, as they call it. You come out and tell me, yes, it's true. We have to study Muhammad in the university when we are not studying Jesus Christ in the university. No, somebody should come out and tell me that they are born to rule. Today, with all this process having been initiated, formulas have been implemented also, introduced also to further this course of them emasculating us as a people. And when our people notice what they are doing, it triggers off a reaction that led to the death of Ahmadu Bello. But many people do not care to find out what really happened. They tell you Chukwuma Nzogu was a radical, they did like this, they killed these people, they now begin to kill all the Hausa, and Hausa get angry. Because the Biafrans has developed Lagos, Sokoto, Kano, Kaduna, among others, Ibadan, they were this false sense of unity. We were the one fighting for one Nigeria before. We were the really one Nigerianists. Because the system created a force of unity. We embrace it. Oh, we the Nigeria, it's our Nigeria. It's our one Nigeria. But in this process of creating force unity, some people discover that no, it is not true. Ahmadu Bello and the rest of them were friends of the Queen of England. They constantly visit London for upgrading of information and proper indoctrination of what to do next. And having been properly inducted, what did they do? People like Chukwuma Nzogu, Dim Chukwuemeka Odimegwu, the great saboteur itself, Ifajona, among others, all studied in London, trained in London, and know what it means to be exposed anyway. And why the Britain who trained all these terrorists, these war criminals, from Babangida to Buhari, all of them were British assassins, trained in London. And then Ahmadu Bello was cited to be saying that they are born to rule, as they are saying today. They were preaching corruption. Ahmadu Bello was preaching corruption, trying to create his own cabal. I was told that Ifajona heard about this and said that nobody will divide Nigeria. He wanted a united Nigeria. He found out that all these Hausa Fulani leaders are all corrupt people. And in order to stop corruption, they felt they have to kill them. You blame them for it today. What about Nkrumah of Ghana? If those corrupt idiots were not killed, will Ghana be chasing you out of their country today? But let's not go there anyway. But sometimes good men need to rise up and do what it needs for and what is necessary to save the next generation. They were thinking that wiping away those idiots will stop everything. They never know that British government that claimed to represent righteousness, justice, and equity was behind those evil. Until they initiate an opera. But all these things happen because we discover we cannot be one, which led to war. Ojukwu, rightfully being able to foresee what is going to come, said it is obvious we cannot live as one nation. Let everybody go home. Awolowo affirmed it and said, Nigeria is like oil and water that cannot mix. There is no need forcing to be together. And the Northerners rightfully see us as infidel, unholy, dirty people. And they can't live together. But Britain say no. You must live together. There is a way to work it. There is unity in diversity. Diversification of anomalization. They speak big English and they now amalgamated us. After the war, we did nothing, but we moved on as usual. Oil market was good in the east, so there was attempt to develop Biafra land. Warri was a target to be developed. Anambra Onitsha was a target to be developed. And River State also a target to be developed by those who survived that genocidal war. Because they knew that going to trade in Lagos, Kano, Kaduna, or Abuja will spell doom for us today. When we tell you come back home, you don't understand. But we don't blame you fully. But if you are not making arrangements now, may the Lord be with you. They started developing Warri, Delta State, because that was a region carved out already. They call it Midwestern State. And then they come back to another strategic location, Port Harcourt. That was a region that had been carved out during the war. They have divided us already. They choose Port Harcourt. And then they moved ahead again and they went to Onitsha, representing the heart of another divided Biafra, which is the southeast. These are where we are found. Those who suffered the war knew what they were doing. Onitsha was said to be the home of the biggest market in Africa. Today, somebody will tell me it's Alaba. What happened to Onitsha? What happened to Ochanja market? Oh, it is better in Oja Alaba, right? And these people discovered it. They knew that generation were in for business. Will you say you are a river man, you are a Port Harcourt man, you are this? Go and look at everything in Niger Delta that you can beat your hand in the chest and hit your hand in the chest. It is the Biafrans that beat it, not Nigeria. Igbo people, to be precise. And then there was nothing like Imo State or Anam or Abia State or anything. Every state, Imo State, Abia State, all of them were Anambra State. We were actually divided into 3 big parts. Our fathers actually said, let's bring our business back home. And when Nigeria and Britain noticed it, Buhari initiated the first plan. They chased all the Israel and Warri back, chased them away alongside with Ghana. Warri people were not happy with it. They put up resistance because there were policies of emasculation deployed already. And then they see they cannot wage that war in Bender State. They were not ready for it. Or a Midwestern region, as they call it. So what they did was to partially divide the investment in Warri into 2. Send one back to Lagos, then send the other one to River State. And then River State became a center, and they crippled Warri today. But you people are not noticing it. And having done that, they targeted Anambra. Today, where is Ochanja market? It's just the shadow of the lost and the past glory, a cupboard. Where are those markets we hear about? Do you know that name, Ochanja market? If you hear Ochanja, if I go to Ochanja market, I just look around. I see no glory there any longer. It is like when you hear Benin City. All of us know that there is nothing city inside Benin. It is not about today. It is how they used to be. When you hear about Ochanja, it is not that thing you are seeing today. It is what it used to be. People do not know that everywhere in Africa, they come to buy something in Ochanja market, including Brazil. There are some animal skin that Brazilians come to buy in Ochanja market. Today, you are proud to tell me, yeah, Igbo people manage the biggest market. Where is it located? Somewhere in Ojo Barak, all this evil name. Why did they kill Ochanja market? If somebody from Brazil can come to buy tiger skin in Ochanja market, why wouldn't they come today? But you don't see what they are doing to us. They destroyed that 3 prospect economic tag. And they came to River State. As I'm talking to you, River State youth, when they opened their eye a little bit, they first of all divided them. Calvert, you are Bayelsa, you are Cross River, you are Akwa Ibom. And then the remaining thing left in River State, all their headquarters is in Abuja and Lagos. So all you just have is a glorified temple, glorified edifice, without empty glorified edifice. And so finally, everything is destroyed. They brought in their federal might, crippled everything that would have empowered us. They made sure that our land is not developed as they work hard to do today. Everything go back to Abuja and Kano. Nobody noticed that they were doing so they could open door to breed saboteur in our midst, which is prevalent in Biafra land as we speak today. Why they were doing all these things? They were busy choosing people like Obomudia, people like Ken Saruwiwa, people like Elichi Martin. A lot of idiots who they later killed. They breeded them. They trained them up to sing for their slave master. It's just that when these people knew the truth, it was too late. They were all murdered. because they actually partake of the blood of dead people. He who murders sleep will not go to bed. William Shakespeare. You cannot go to bed because you have murdered that which sleep. You have murdered sleep. We didn't notice them. The recruit cabal, saboteurs, they will be going to Lagos to restructure. Why don't they ask themselves question? When will federal government hold a conference in Bayelsa? When will federal government hold a conference in Enugu? When will Jubri visit Enugu? Let them come and hold that meeting in Biafra land now. Our land is not, there's no good hold there, right? And so why so? Is that to be in Lagos or is that to be Abuja? Now their next line of action is to forcefully eject us from our land. And that is why you see most of the things going on in Biafra land is taking place. At this stage, they are working hard to eject us. They have diplomatically, systematically, meticulously eject us from our land. And that is why more than 90% of our people live outside our land. They are the one in our land now. Now the remaining few of us, they put checking point everywhere. They put Boko Haram everywhere. They put Fulani headsmen everywhere. They put Miati Allah everywhere. They put saboteur politicians and Igwe everywhere. And now they have opened for border for all of them to come in. But am I telling you saying this so you become afraid? No. I want you to understand what they are doing. The challenge today now is, where are the men that saw tomorrow? Where are our men? Where are the Biafrans who could see tomorrow? Where are all of you? Have your vision become dim all of a sudden? Where are those men who could decree a thing and it comes to pass? Have they made you dumb? That is the question we need to ask this morning. Who will stand with IPOB in a time like this? These are the questions you should be asking yourself. Who will stand with Mazi and the Kano? And now understand something about life. When it comes to the total interest of the people, nobody really matters but the people. In IPOB, it is the people that matters. And that is why we have a supreme leader. It is the people that matter. The question now is, who will stand with Mazi and Kano and who will stand against him? We must come together so that our children will have a better story to tell tomorrow. You can choose to be showing intellectual. You can choose to do the right thing. You can choose to look for IPOB family closer to you and join. You can choose to deploy every arsenal at your disposal to stop IPOB, to stop Biafra restoration. But very soon, you will understand that we are not here to joke. I'll be back in a minute.
Oh, nada. Land of the right and side. John Lovine, my originality. Land of the right and side. Biafra, land of the right and side. Biafra, my home, my fatherland. Biafra, land of the rising sun. Biafra, my home, my fatherland. We are children of the
Most High, called by the name of God, the Creator. Wise men from the east, south, and the middle. Great Biafran people. But they kill it to idol worship and we lost the faith of our God. And as we were lost in idol worship, the British entered in, trading on the Niger, exploiting your people, trading by barter. You give me palm oil and take soup to them yesterday. I brought in civilization, brought in your religion, and told us about America, and we embraced them. Let Biafra be restored. I want freedom for my people, freedom for Biafra. I want Biafra, land of the rising sun, land of the rising sun. My home, my father, the descendants of Abraham, from Father Isaac, the descendants of Jacob. Biafra is a reality.
Yes, Biafra is a reality, descendant of Jacob. Everybody must rise up. The journey has already begun. One day you will understand why we are telling you and saying what we are saying. Biafra is the last miracle. At this moment, our lines are open. You are a Biafran anywhere in the world, you are here to join IPOB. Send us your name, your phone number, your location to this WhatsApp line. Your name, your phone number, and your location. On our WhatsApp line, 070-815-45642. 070-815-45642. Our direct line is 081-221-52971. 081-221-52971, and the special number for the female is 081-288-58614. Special number for the female 081-288-58614. Caller on WhatsApp, are you there? Caller on WhatsApp, are you there?
Good morning, Mazi Onyeibe.
Good morning from here. Go ahead.
Yes, Mazi Onyeibe. Good morning. Good morning. How was your night?
We thank God He's faithful.
Mazi Onyeibe, I really thank God for your life, for the wisdom that God has deposited in you. Mazi, I just want to thank you this morning. I also thank Chukwu Biafra who have made it possible. Today is the last day that we're going to say 2019 bye-bye. And I also pray that Chukwu Biafra who have been shown us His mercy will grant us a happy new year. So, Mazi, what you are teaching this morning, I learned a lot. Sorry, Mazi, my name is Akanimo Umoite from Ibon Ikodankan, Ikodepene, Nakwaibum, Biafra land. So, Mazi, I want to say, go on teaching our people how I wish they would draw near to this very gospel. I've been hearing all this truth that you have been telling them, because some of us don't believe it. All those history you are giving us, a lot of us don't believe it. But this is who we are. That one day, those truth will come. Our people will understand. We are the children of the Most High. No matter they have tried all they can do to make sure they have closed our chapter. But because we are the children of God, you cannot stop what God has done. There is no way. You can't stop what God has already made. You can't. So you can see all these years they have been destroying our image, our names. Today they have succeeded by taking over our land. These are the journey they started. So Mazi, we also know that one day we will free from their hand. Thank you very much. Let me
God be with you.
give opportunity to other people.
Thank you very much. Caller on the line.
Good morning.
Good morning from here.
Good morning, my Lord. May Chukwuka Biafra bless you. May Chukwuka Biafra bless IPOB. May Chukwuka Biafra bless our leader and keep strengthening everyone. My name is Ginika. I'm calling from Enugu province of Biafra land. I was just crying this morning. I was just shedding tears because all these 5 history that you teach us on 28 on back to our roots, just what they use, they systematically use it to emasculate us, to kill us, to destroy us. Because all those 5 histories are aspect of the culture that you teach us. They are just from 1 to the 5th one. The last one is religion. And that is what the Yoruba people, they have put church in every street in our land. They just put churches. That is the last one they wanted to do. But Chukwuka Biafra have opened our eyes. I was just crying. I was just saying, see how these people, I don't know how many weeks, days, months, years they think about how they will do it. See how they came and drive us out of our land so that we will go and develop their own land. See how they came and moved our market so that we will start doing our business in their own land. See how they come and concocted our medicine. And now it's only Yoruba that we are drinking their medicine. See how all one by one they are stealing us. We don't know. Thank you, for Radio Biafra. I will not stop thanking Chukwuka Biafra for Radio Biafra. The very first day I saw Radio Biafra, I shouted. I said Radio Biafra is existing because it's 2005 that Chukwuka Biafra showed it to me. I don't know what is Biafra, but see it is working. We will draw all of these things back. Starting from that food, medicine, language, religion, we will draw all of them back. We have counted all of them back. We are bringing all of us back. We are coming back. Every one of us. Nothing will remain in the hand of the enemies. Pray. Chukwuka Biafra will do us good. And he has been doing it to us by giving us all of you that are calling on Radio Biafra one by one. One by one, even when another one steps to go another place, another person will replace it. The same spirit will come upon that person, and the same thing will start happening. Elohim ekekerowa gozelu monande kano ekekerowa gozelu nande kano. Ndị Biafra niile ndị iche niile gozelu nande kano. Everything ekeori afonko gozelu nande kano. Ọ ga-adị ndụ. Agwa m ya na ọ ga-akagide nka ofu mbọchị Chukwu eweli ya. We will just celebrate his death. May Chukwuka Biafra bless you.
Thank you very much. We must continue. Caller on WhatsApp, are you still there?
Yes, my Lord, I'm still here, sir.
Go ahead, please. The world is listening.
Okay, thank you for this great opportunity, sir. My name is Chimezie Diken from Paris. My Lord, I want to say Happy New Year in advance to you. May God bless you. May God give you the courage to make this struggle to the next level of Biafra freedom. My Lord, I just want to say a little thing, just small word. Can you permit me to throw a word to Owazirike, please, sir?
Go ahead, please. You have the mic.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Chief Raf Owazirike, my elder brother. I'm calling you from the land of Paris. Ihe jiwe mara Igbo wo nna nwa karakwa nna ya. Igbo land ihe jiwe mara wo nwa karakwa nna ya. Chief, eweziokwu ayama ihe mere no but ka o si wee dị ọgwụ abidopụrụ this mass up of Biafra 10 in our land through Ojukwu. But today, Biafran war or Biafran freedom have gone another different level, which maybe you don't understand it. Sir. I'm begging you in the name of Chukwu Okike Abiyama, which you worship, which I too worship, sir. Come back to your son. Forget everything, that whatever that went wrong and whatever that went good. Sir, I'm pleading you in the name of Chukwu Okike Abiyama. Come back to your son.
I don't like that language. My leader is not Owazirike's son. I hope you understand. If you want to come home, let him come home. If you say my leader is Owazirike's son, it's an insult to me. I pardon you because I know you don't understand. Do you know the youngest monarch in the world is the Obi of Abo? The Obi of Abo was born in 1976. He's a small boy to me, but he's my king. They call him or make him the youngest monarch in the world, not because he's the youngest now. Because the day he was born was the day he was crowned. It has never happened before. And then, because I am older than him, does not mean that when I go to his office, his palace, that I will not bow down for him. He's my king. So only one man is our father. Did you hear the name Supreme? Supreme. Tell Owazirike to look for IPOB family and join. Beg him to humble himself and look for the nearest IPOB family and join. And I don't understand what thing they happen. I understand the respect and regard you have for him, honestly. But we must do the right thing, irrespective of whose out is God. Sorry, I have to interrupt you. I just want to correct those lines of English. Our supreme leader, Mazi Kano, is not nobody's son. His biological father just passed on with the mother. He's our father. When we say supreme, supreme, supreme. Please, let's go ahead, please. Sorry for interrupting you.
Okay, my lord. Thank you very much, sir, for that word. So, Chief, please, I'm begging you in the name of Chukwu Okike Abiyama, come back to the family. We need you. You know what you can change, what you can do. Forget about all this high level of chief you guys have. I know what you can do. Forget all those things and come back to the family. We need you, please, sir. It's the time we need you. They will not give you anything. Forget about staying in that your palace, talking all the word you are talking. Sir, forget it. The level of IPOB now is not that level of mass of death. What we are doing is beyond beyond you. The only thing you need now is please come back to home and join the struggle. Let the struggle move on. Thank you, sir, for this opportunity. And once again, happy New Year in advance.
Same to you, my brother. We must continue. Thank you very much. Our people must understand. We really don't have any choice. It's just about, are you willing to answer the call? Or you want the call to answer you. It's as simple as that. Either you answer the call or the call must answer you. Biafra must be free. That is the only language. No negotiating. And so our people must understand. People must understand something. It is a privilege that I have to serve the indigenous people of Biafra in this capacity. But I tell you the truth, it's not my father company. And there are a lot of people 1 million times better than all of us on ground already. And when Chukwu Okike Abiyama chooses, he replaces us. And we go down and do what we ought to do. It doesn't matter who has offended you or who you have offended. What matter now, it is Biafra. And our people must get that at the back of their mind. And we know what they are doing to us. Yes, caller on the line. Are you there? Caller on the line.
Yes, Mazi, good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead,
God bless
please.
you. Leader, God bless my deputy leader. God bless all Biafrans, all principal officers, and all Biafrans in our Biafran. Thank God Almighty that has sustained us to the 31st of December 2020 in a victorious way. In the name of Abraham, I have prayed. My dear brother, what you are saying what you have been saying today is the correct thing. But it is disheartening that our elders, the so-called elders, the so-called fathers, they don't have focus. Detest what they call love and be going around inviting enemies to destroy their son. You call such father, they are irrelevant. They are irrelevant elders. They are now going for restructuring doing this when we have already told them that what we need is Biafra. We don't need restructuring. Are we going to restructure Nigeria with the blood of our gallant sons? Going to restructure Nigeria with this? Look at our young kids. They have made them widows. But how are we going to look at this, our sisters that are they met young widows? And what are we going to tell them? That we kill that Nigeria government kill all these people for restructuring? God forbid. May God forbid anybody in Biafra like going for restructuring. Let die in the hand of how they think we are. I don't know whether they think that we are military that have no teeth, that we cannot buy them. Why is our so-called elite so stupid? Are they not looking at Cameroon? Are they sick? If they are sick, they should go and take their medicine and leave us alone. Let us pursue what we want. Look at our another to see them. Devil incarnate is look at the number of the type of people they selected. Those idiots, and they are still going there to do the structure. May the land of Biafra swallow them. May the land of Biafra chase them. May the land of Biafra be a snare unto them and their lineage. May they never see anything good in that Biafra. Since they delight in the blood of our brothers and sisters, since they delight joy in having us being killed, may that thing they wish us return to them. And my brother that is begging on Onyeibe need not to be begged. If you like, let him join. If you don't like, let him stay where he is. But at the end, all of them will be disgraced. If he really started Biafra and he saw somebody like it's now that you are going to school, you went to school and you became and your son decided that I will be a doctor. Are you going to your son from being a doctor and you pull him down that he must be a bricklayer? Are you not a stupid father? If a bricklayer started this journey, he couldn't make it. And God brought somebody. Why can't he bless that person? That is to tell you that it's not a genuine freedom fighter. He has evil intent. He wants to please his wicked slave masters. He wants to, because of the money he has given his soul to step out. So anybody calling on what you can have finished. Once they put you that thing they used to tie them on the head, the person is finished. So even if you break, even if the son of God
We lost that caller, but we must continue. Yes, a caller on WhatsApp, are you still there?
Yes, Mazi, I'm here.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Go ahead, please.
I'm a Biafran worldwide. Yes, I remember Mazi when you doing work at Ganepo. We come one name. Working as a PRO for Bindichi worldwide. This Mazi Onyeibe, I heard second to last caller. He's mentioning something. Please, we don't need such. Our leader is our leader. He's praying. And number one in the whole world. Nobody to compare him. Everybody must go and look for nearby IPOB family and join. Both Obiano, both Ngige, both to Peter Obi, both Iwanyao, both to all of them, all. Yes, this is the time. Mazi Onyeibe, I want to give a small lecture about how our land will be, how we go to be ruled. Because number one is Akajiofo.
Mazi Aganeku.
Please,
that is exactly or totally the right of the people to talk about how the land will be, not you.
Yes.
The people of Biafra.
I'm giving my own.
Say your village. Say your village.
Yes, I'm giving my own.
Hold on. Let me clear the issue. Say the way you feel. It's not a law. The people of Biafra will decide how their life will be.
It's the way. It's the real way that our people forget. We are bringing back.
Throw it as a suggestion.
We are bringing it back.
Clear. No, throw it as a suggestion.
So see,
do you understand?
We are bringing what
you have to listen to me. You have to listen to me. I understand you. Put it as your opinion. When I tell people, I want them to understand and go back and verify. I don't oppose it on them. The point I'm bringing is you tell us that this is how you think it should be. And then it should be open for people can debate about it. And then we move ahead from there. Go ahead, please.
Yes, because our land, first and foremost, is Ezani. Number one, Ezani. Like as you said, my village now, my community, Nemo. Number one is Ezani. You understand? And Ezani now, like Nemo is four village, 4 community again inside. If you take time, they are the cabinet of Ezani of Nemo. The 4 village, the Akajiofo of the 4 village is the cabinet of the Eze. And Ndeku, Ndeze, Ndozo, Ndomo, Ndumada, Umokloba, Umabobo, and the cricket upper. That is the people. Ezani is ruling. No other thing, no any foreign thing. Ogoni and the nonsense is not in our own. So let everybody go back there. Akajiofo, Omunna. Akajiofo ezinụlọ ndị ekwu ndị nze ndị ọzọ kịta ha olugo n'omume oluokwa n'omume onwekwa mgbe ọzọ akwachakwa m unu ekelekwa m unu asụkwa m nke echi ya zara ekele onye na-afụrụ akwụkwọ ise.
Thank you very much, Aganeku. Our people must understand. Restoring Biafra means restoring everything about us. And as such, we must focus. Are you there, caller, on WhatsApp?
Yes, good morning, Mazi.
Good morning from here. Go ahead, please.
Shalom. I'm Barakata Yahweh. Mazi, my name is Mazi Judo Chuku Akiaba. Mazi, please, for the person that is telling us that Owazirike is the father. I don't know what that man really means. But I want to tell Biafrans that Owazirike is not the one that started Masob. Owazirike hijacked Masob from Mazi Moneke, from Anambra State. So when somebody is calling Owazirike in this matter, it looks like when you are touching an old wound. So please, for God's sake, nobody should bring Owazirike. Nobody should bring Owazirike in this matter. I thought he was going around writing on newspaper that he is the president of Biafra. Let him become the president of Biafra now. Why somebody should come and be pleading with Owazirike to come back to do anything or that? That man is the person that kept us all this problem that we are in Biafran land, because he was doing Rako Rasta everywhere. When he go to Port Harcourt, you look all these Lebanon white men, place a badge and put them on their neck, and he come and tell us that these are the United Nations people. So there you can cheat people sometime, but it's not all the time. So please, for God's sake, nobody should call that Owazirike, because Owazirike is a fraudster. He's a fraudster. So that is what I want to say this morning. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama bless Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Bless all IPOB that is using their real heart to fight for this struggle. So at the end, Biafra will come and we will rejoice. Shalom, shalom.
We must continue. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Of course, through Epileptic Network everywhere, but we are going home. That is the most important thing. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
Yes, my African rep.
Good morning.
Good morning from here.
Go ahead, please.
Thank
the
you
world
very
is
much.
listening.
Okay, my name is Onyeibe. I'm calling from Louisiana, United States. I'm calling in response to that our brother that just start mentioning Owazirike. I want to let him know that he don't even know who Owazirike is, because Owazirike have led a lot of our people.
Go ahead, please.
Okay. The blood of the innocent Biafran Owazirike have led today because of his own personal selfish interests. Will hunt Owazirike. Owazirike should not join IPOB because he cannot. The blood of the innocent Biafran would never let Owazirike come near IPOB because they will strike him before he bring down his bad blood to IPOB. We are the children of the light, and darkness can never exist where there is light. That's what I want to say. I just want to chip in. Thank you, my African rep.
Thank
God
you.
bless you this morning.
We must continue. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, good morning. Am I doing again?
Good morning, Ada from here. Go ahead, please.
How are you doing?
God is faithful.
So, sir, there's one concern I want to make this morning. You know, since 2 days we have been enjoying Radio Biafra. I can never enjoy this since I started listening to Radio Biafra. But this morning, as I woke up to Radio Biafra, what I was hearing was Nyanya Nyanya, which is French language. I thought it was Radio Biafra because that's where I left it last night before I went to bed. Immediately you put on your broadcasting. So I found out that station was from Ghana. And so I touched my knobs backward. I forward my knob to know what was going on. Instead of me hearing your voice, the voice I was hearing was another man sang. But when I wanted to know the station I tuned on, it was 102.7, but they said it's Niger FM. Which is from Lagos. So this is affecting us to Samia. So I don't know, even the topic today, I don't know what it's all about. Because they block us front and back. So I want my people to do something about it so that I can listen to Radio Biafra. Now that today's video will be on air. If this will continue throughout the day, and we in Anambra State, we may not listen to this broadcast.
Thank you very much. Your complaints are noted, and I know those who are in charge of that department will do something about it. Thank you very much, Ada. Of course, the enemy of Biafra is not just principality and power, wicked spirit in the heavenly places, but we wrestle against flesh and blood, saboteur, all of them are on the group. But the truth is that we welcome them, we dare them, we are still here. Oh, we are John Radio Biafra. Oh, we are hacking Radio Biafra. Oh, we are Biafra. Anyone they want, it will go down onto only one way, and that is Biafra. Because Biafra is the reason why we are here. Biafra is all that we are asking for. Biafra is what we shall get in the end. No negotiation. Call on the line your name and where are you calling from?
Mazi Onyeibe.
Monitoring spirit.
Mazi Onyeibe.
Try first of all, before you introduce yourself, try and call me later in the day. Somebody requested for your number. Go ahead, please.
I follow. Let's say. Yes. The book of Isaiah chapter 42. Ayahu. Then the Kano. I'm giving you a promise from now to 22nd of January. Everything will end.
Zoo Epileptic Network, we must continue. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Caller on the line. Good morning from here.
Yeah, this is Meka. I'm calling from Onyeibe. I'm the National Deputy Coordinator. I felt very angry this morning when I heard their brother from France, from which continent, saying that ONYIBE. You should not mention ONYIBE in this trouble, please. And where he's calling from, please, I feel we should check out on that brother. ONYIBE is a saboteur, big time. They have sold himself, they have bought him over, so he cannot come to RPAB. All this while he's doing, what has he done? He came out from the prison. He has
printed Biafran passport. He has printed Biafran passport, Biafran university degree, Biafran motor plate number, Biafran embassy. He's building Biafra airport in the Ara. Go ahead, please.
I don't know why somebody did. That brother is not an IPAB member. Please, they should check him out.
I was in the spirit, so I don't want to attack him. But I just corrected him anyway.
Yeah, please, you should not be ONYIBE here. Everybody, no IPAB I want to hear ONYIBE. You have been bought over. You cannot do anything. You remain silent on the Biafra comes. Let him remain like that. What you can so angry when I had ONYIBE.
I understand. Thank you very much. I'm blessed.
And I'm blessed direct away. Bye.
Thank you very much. Caller, what's up? Are you there?
I'm there.
Go ahead,
good morning,
Onyeibe.
I'm so happy that I got you today because I was trying to get you because of a prayer I want to make in my language for all IPOP all over the world, or the principal officer for IPOP. Mazi Onyeibe, my name is Udenna Nwachukwu Anthony. I'm from Anambra State, and I'm calling from the land of India. Today I pray in my language. Chukwu okike ọbịa ma onye kere n'igwe ke ụwa, onye kere mmadụ n'oyiyi, onye zitere anyị n'ụwa ka anyị gaa ka anyị multiply ya. Onye si anyị bịa n'ọrụ aka ya. Taa ka arọ gwụ, enwere m Biafra tii n'aka gị. enwere m Land of Biafra tinye n'aka gị, enwere m ndị IPOB ebe ọbụla ha nọ na mba ụwa niile tinye n'aka gị. Chineke dube anyị, chebe anyị na ọjije anyị na mbata anyị na-eche anyị ebe ọbụla ndị ilo gbara ọnya banyere anyị. Chukwu okike ọbịa ma mebisi izuzu ha niile ebe ọbụla Nigerian zoo plan against any IPOB. Chukwu okike ọbịa ma mebie ikefa n'ụtụtụ na efifie n'abalị. Anyị na-ayọ Chukwu nke kere Biafra, nke mee ka Biafra si ọ na-adị, inye anyị ike nke anyị na-aba n'arọ ọfụ echi niile, inye anyị ike nke anyị eji melu ndị ilo, ike nke anyị eji nweta Biafra, ike anyị eji nwee kọnka the zoo na lovife anyị niile faji. Ebe ọbụla anyị na-aga n'ọpụpụ anyị na mbata anyị, buola anyị ụzọ kpeela anyị azụ, ekwene ka ndị ilo fụ anyị, ekwene ka ajọ mmadụ fụ anyị. Ama ekpekwe na-asị ebe ajọ mmụọ ajọ mmadụ nọ nyafụ n'anya anya, anyị bata ajọ mmụọ nwụọ. Onye ọbụla dị na IPOB lota nwa ya nwụrụ anwụ ọzọ nwụkwa. Ama ekpe na-asị na mmadụ dịka ụwa zuru ike anyị adịzi n'ala Biafra again. Mgbọsị ọbụla ọ lagidere ụla cheta ihe ya eme IPOB ọ ihe ọbụla ya eme nwechie inweta Biafra n'arọ 2020 ụwa zuru ike nwụọ ọ ga-anwa. Onye ọbụla jile aka dịka ụwa zuru ike onye a nwụọ, ọ na-nsị ikpe ka Chukwu okike ọbịa ma ya esi mezu ya from beginning to the end. I have to say one thing about our people. Anybody who wanted to say something, forget about Uwazulike. If Uwazulike came again, is an error to our people. Uwazulike cannot come to IPOB, and we don't need Uwazulike in IPOB because Uwazulike is an error. Whenever somebody like Uwazulike come to any organization or any group, he will create cabal from the group, and is error to our leadership. And Uwazulike is not a father for our spring leader. Our spring leader is the father for all nations of Biafran. Thank you so much, Mazi Onyeibe, for giving me this chance.
Thank you very much. We must continue. Our people must understand the process that have been deployed that will distract us, and the formula they are using to sustain it. It is the same formula they have been using, only that they modify the package. We must watch them closely. There is no form of system they are going to introduce that they've not deployed before. The only thing left is to let Biafra be, and that they shall. Colonial, what's up? Are you there?
Good morning, Judge.
Yes, good morning from here. Go ahead, please.
My name is Michael Chinedu. I'm calling from South Korea. I'm from Abia State, from my Ohafia local government area. What I want to say is that this is one of the problems we have in this Biafran struggle. Do you know that because of Uwazirike, that's why a lot of our people don't also like to talk about Biafra. When you talk about Biafra to them, they will not even give you ear because of this Uwazirike. He ate money, he embezzled the money, and our people came out to support, giving him support, bringing out money so that he will be able to restore Biafra. But what did he do? He betrayed our people. I have many people that when I'm talking to them, they will refer me back to during Uwazirike time, which I knew when all those things was happening. Even the day that he hung the flag, even in Aba, I know what happened. So not anybody calling Uwazirike in this struggle, we don't even need him. That person should not even think of it. We don't need him because without Uwazirike, we have gone so far. We have gone so far, and we will still restore Biafra without Uwazirike. So we don't need him.
a lot of people today, a lot of our Biafran people, brothers and sisters, our fathers, our mothers, because this was rich, they don't want to listen to you. When you are talking about Biafra, they will ask you, don't you know what was rich did? That they cannot do anything, they can't bring out money, you know? So we don't need to let that person that is talking about Wazirike stop talking about, telling us about Wazirike.
Thank you very much.
Let them stop it.
We must continue.
No, thank you. And keep on.
Good morning.
Yes, a caller on the line. Go ahead, please.
My name is Mary. I'm calling from Akwa Ibom. Akwa Ibom is in Biafra. Good morning, the whole IPOB all over the world. The topic, back to your roots. I thank all the IPOBs in the sense that they are not doing away with the laws and quotations of the Bible. I am happy for that. I am not doubting as Fulani is occupying a land because it was written and been recorded that Hagar is pregnant and that she will born baby boy named Ishmael, that he will be a wild donkey, that is zebra, that he will roam over all the land of their brothers, and that he will hate them. But God also demarcates two of them through circumcision. Then give conquering word that any boy child among Abraham's descendants who never be circumcised must be killed. For he has condemned the promise of our God Jehovah. Only that is our conquering church over Colonial. Mazi remains tight, more abiding, in Jehovah. He is the God of war. He is the strength of the Biafra. They will never defeat us, for we are all circumcised. Our God is with us. Nothing will happen. Shalom, Biafra.
Shalom. We must continue. Yes, a caller on the line on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp. Go ahead, please.
Good morning, Mazi.
Yes, good morning from here. Go ahead.
My name is Sekoshuanacho. I am calling from Angola. I thank you very much this morning, and I'm saying to the whole Biafra, Happy New Year in advance, and end of this year will never take any one of us along. We will see 2020, and we will see Biafra be restored in 2020. I just want to, there's a message that I dropped on this WhatsApp yesterday night, so I don't know if Mazi ONYIBE have seen it, so I just want to know if it is the right this thing that I should drop it there. So that is the reason I called.
Yes, I will look into it and get back to you hopefully before the end of the day.
Okay, thank you very much. All hail Biafrans.
All hail Biafra, we must continue. Our people must understand that a lot is at stake. A lot is involved. Call on the line your name and where you calling from. Good morning from here. Go ahead, please.
My name is Invocation on Sunday. I'm calling from right now from all people from Akwa Ibom. That's all right.
Go ahead.
I thank you for your work. Thank you for what you are doing for us because our Biafra is already. Thank you because of Because I have problem with my face. So today I decided I must try and get you. No matter how our radio is not going rampant, I said, it's complex now and standing now for marriage, and that is why I refuse. So thank you for your work. May God bless you.
Thank you very much. We must
I also
continue.
thank my reader because it's too much. There's nobody like him. Nobody resembling him. And never, nobody can never resemble him.
As simple as that, my brother. Thank you very much. That is just the gospel truth.
May God bless you.
And bless you too.
I'm going ahead. I know that we're already in Biafra. Remain for me to raise the flag up so that the enemy will be turned and they will continue to stand.
You see. You see.
Thank you.
You see. Thank you very much.
I want to tell all my Bible mind, for them to join for this struggle because the struggle is going to be at end. This is the last day and this is the last year. Biafra must be restored. Thank you, Mazi.
Look at the topic you brought this morning. A very nice topic that we have to deliberate on. And somebody called mentioning or was written. We found that every attention has been shifted on that side. So our people should know how the devil work and know how to follow it. Let's forget that thing. It's a distraction. And let's focus on this topic that talks about a system that has been using to emasculate us as the people. These our people should know how the devil works and do not give the devil any chance so that we not fall a victim. Thank you. God bless my leader, Mazi and the people, and everybody that is working as we just need to make sure that we are free from the shackles of Nigeria. Thank you. God bless you.
And bless you too. Bye. We must continue. Are you there, Colonial WhatsApp?
Hello.
Yes. Good morning from here. Go ahead.
Good morning, Mazi Onyeibe. Hello. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Go ahead, please.
I'm Uche Oda, calling from Invocation. Mazi Onyeibe, and I'm not complaining the business of joining the family for long. Nobody have contacted me, sir.
Have you forwarded your details to me?
I already sent WhatsApp this number before.
When was that?
About last 2 months.
Resend it again until you get a call from somebody. Continue sending it.
Okay, sir.
Thank you very much.
Sir, I just want to contribute to onye ọbụla na-akpọ na line na-akpọ maka ụwa zuru ike culture of fast. Discuss for maka ụwa zuru ike.
The reason I kept the brother quiet is that I thought he's a Wazirike junior brother. So he needed to talk sense into his brother. But when I noticed that was not what he was going to say, and I have to correct him anyway, having said that, we will continue.
I just fast. You're upon a line. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. We must continue. Shalom. Are you there, caller on the line?
Yes, good morning, sir.
Good morning from here.
Good morning, Mazi. I'm very happy to be this morning. I want that you have AGK.
Go ahead, please.
I want that you have you take na line. Which more had we make a loon, all of my loon and line. Take a line, Mazi, imagine and the Carlo, Lucha Mefo. We all know to tie a go be happy tie them, but I him be zoom name. Yeah, I mean, hilful. Down my Biafra land, I have about to go when I make Biafra land. So I make it making a motor to her. You know, but Tata. Because the where prayers and when you start time. So if you want to go start, I got you in a prayer. Well, my best I knew with the child. So Olehana prayer, I tell you my oyo. So Onyeibe Mazi and the car open there we see. So to high my I swear as we both know say Gaiba Kaiga, Gaiba Kayaku. So, obviously, I don't know. Now, my first time of calling. So, ask him, Kachuk, Kabiama, Gozo, Yenta, Gozuno, Notunushi, Wena, Eduai, Nahachuk, Kabiama.
Thank you very much. Our people must not forget our leader will be on air this evening, 7 p.m. Biafran time. Our leader will be on air to address Biafrans across the globe. 7 p.m. Biafran time. Mazi Nandu Kukano, His Excellency, His Eminent, Savior, His Holiness, our Governor, our Igwe, our everything. Nothing else matters. That is just the truth. All of you must accept. There were times they say, hey, he will be on air to address Biafrans across the globe. 7 p.m. Biafran time. Make sure, as he always say, get your Bibles and your paper ready.